This happened just last month. I live alone in a small rental home just outside of town, surrounded by a lot of woods. It's peaceful, quiet, and honestly a great place to focus, especially for someone like me who works from home as a freelance editor. I don't really have much of a schedule. Some nights I stay up late editing video footage, and other nights I just read or listen to podcasts until I fall asleep. That night was one of those slow, rainy evenings, the kind where you light a candle, put on some ambient jazz or horror stories, and just let the atmosphere carry you. It was around 11:30 p.m. when the rain started coming down harder than usual. Thunder in the distance, wind shaking the trees outside, and water trickling constantly from the gutters. I was curled up on my couch, blanket over my legs, watching some random paranormal documentary on YouTube. Then, the power flickered. Only for a second, just enough to pause the video, make all the lights dim, and startled me slightly. I looked around, half expecting everything to go black, but it stayed on. I shrugged it off. Country power lines always get weird during storms. About 15 minutes later, the motion light outside my back door flicked on. That happens sometimes. Raccoons or deer can trigger it, but it's always weird because the light is pointed directly at the glass sliding door to the back porch. And when it turns on at night, it casts these long, distorted shadows on the floor inside the house. I muted the video and stood up, stretching a little before heading to the back door. I pulled aside the thin curtain and looked out. The rain was pouring down and the glass was fogged up slightly from the warm air inside. I didn't see anything out there. No movement, no animals, just the light on and the woods swaying behind it. Still, something felt off. I slid the curtain back into place and went to the kitchen for a glass of water. But before I reached the fridge, I noticed something strange on the floor. There was a wet footprint. Just one. Right in the middle of the tile floor, barefoot, full heel-to-toe print, like someone had stepped inside with soaking feet. I froze. My mind went into overdrive. Did I step in something earlier? Did I go outside and forget? I looked down at my socks. They were completely dry. The print wasn't mine, and I hadn't opened the back door once all night. I slowly walked backward out of the kitchen, staring at the footprint the entire time. I grabbed my phone off the counter and opened the camera app. Snapped a photo. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I'd send it to a friend later and laugh about it, tell them I scared myself over nothing. That's when I saw another notification pop up, an alert from my smart doorbell camera. It was a motion alert from just 3 minutes earlier. I opened the app and played the clip. The camera is at the front door, not the back. In the video, through the rain, I saw a man standing on my front porch. Not moving, not knocking, just standing. His head was slightly tilted down, like he was looking at the floor. He was barefoot, his clothes were soaked, and he stood there for 45 full seconds before walking away. But the direction he walked in wasn't off the porch. It was around the house, toward the back door. That same back door where the light had flicked on. I dropped my glass. It shattered in the sink. I didn't even flinch. My heart was thudding in my chest, and I was gripping my phone so tightly my knuckles were white. I wanted to call someone, the police, a neighbor, but I didn't even move. I just stared at the back door, and then, just barely, I saw something shift in the curtain. It wasn't the wind. I backed out of the kitchen and ran upstairs, locking myself in the bedroom and calling 911. I kept the phone on speaker and grabbed the baseball bat I kept under the bed. The operator told me to stay calm, stay quiet, and they'd send someone out. The rain made it hard for them to hear me, but I whispered everything I could. 5 minutes later, I heard a loud bang downstairs, like something fell or someone knocked something over. Then silence. No footsteps, No voices, nothing, just the rain and my breathing. The police arrived about 10 minutes after that. They found the back door cracked open. Not broken, just unlocked and slightly ajar. There were no signs of forced entry, no one inside, just another wet footprint on the wood near the back entryway. They didn't find anyone in the area. Whoever it was disappeared into the woods behind my property. I gave them the video from the doorbell and the photos of the footprints. They said they'd patrol more frequently in my area. I haven't seen anyone since. But now, every time it rains hard at night, I find myself staring at the back door a little too long. I make sure it's locked at least 3 times before I sleep. And sometimes, I still wake up to the motion light turning on. Just the rain, I tell myself.